Hello, everyone. I'm back again reading out of the book of Expert Secrets. And we're going to continue reading out of the book of Expert Secrets. And then we'll be moving on into Pound Secret number 7. And it's one thing that you have to do as well in your business. You have to feel passionate about what you do. So we're going to begin to read out of Expert Secrets. How does it feel? The next way to improve your storytelling is to add in feelings and emotions. In film, it often is a lot easier to get people to feel something. One of my favorite examples of this form, the movie X-Men First Class. In this movie, we are taken back into the X-Men's past and given a glimpse of what it was like for them growing up and discovering their powers. There was a scene where young Magneto was taken to Nazi contraction camp, concentration camp. And as they pulled him and his family into the gates, they noticed the metal fence around their compound started to move as he started to resist them. They wanted to see what his powers were. They brought him into a very small room with a Nazi leader who wanted a demonstration of his powers. They also brought Magneto's mother into the room so they could use her as leverage to get him to do what they wanted. And also you have to be able to leverage in your business as well. The leader positions the leader points a gun at Magneto's mother and has him try to move a metal coin on her desk. He nervously tries to move the coin, but isn't able. So the leader pulls the trigger and kills his mother. Jesus, that was awful. That's sad. And then you see a scene so powerful that without a single word being said, you actually feel the pain that Magnetos is going through. You watch as his eyes shift from sadness to anger. He then uses his power to crush a bell on the Nazi leader's desk. From there, he starts yelling and moving everything metal inside the room. He crushes the guard's helmet, instantly killing them, and then completely destroys everything in the room, and that's when he found his power. And I can imagine what he was going through at that moment when they did that to his mother. When you're watching the film, you are able to see all of this happen without any words because we can see his face, we can experience the room, we hear the music, and we actually feel in some way Magneto's pain and suffering. That is the power of films. Now, most of us aren't producing films to sell our stuff, but we have to learn how to tell stories in a way that help others feel the same. And in the paragraph that I was just reading a few minutes ago about music, and we actually feel how music actually make us feel great inside, and it also give us passionate as well. And it all depends on what kind of music you're listening to. Now, most of us aren't producing films to sell ourselves, but we have to learn how to tell stories in a way that others feel the same. Imagine if Magneto just came in and said something like, yeah, so when I was a kid, I was in a Nazi concentration camp and they wanted me to move a metal coin, but I wasn't able to do it. They killed my mom. I was really mad, so I blew the whole place up. And we probably would have did the same thing, blew the whole place up. Do you feel anything there? No, you wouldn't have had the same emotion experience that you need to connect with that character. Yet that's how most people of most people tell their stories. If you look at a good fiction author, they'll have the character came into a room, then spend several pages describing the room. They talk about the lights, how things look and felt, and everything they need to set up the scene. And that's how it is in your online world. Building your business online. You have to make sure everything is set up properly in order for your system to run correctly. Then they go deep into how the character is feeling. And that is the key. You have to explain how you feel. And when you do that, people will start to feel what you're feeling. For example, what if I tell you a story like this? I was sitting at home and I could hear my wife and kids in the other room playing. They had no idea what had just happened. I was sitting there freaked out because I knew the bills were due, but had no idea how I was going to pay them. I started to get a shooting pain in my stomach, and I can imagine how that feel when bills are due. You have this some type of feeling on the inside. You just get worried up about it. I felt this pressure coming down, and I literally felt like someone was sitting on my neck. I got it got so heavy that I couldn't lift my head. The only thing I could see were the pain of my hands, and they were sweating, yet was feeling cold. My whole body was shaking and shivering because I was in so much pain and frustration, yet I was frozen with fear. And sometimes you can be frozen with fear. And on this journey, you're going to have fear in your life. And in this situation, was having fear because of his mom. As you read that story, you probably started to actually feel that things I explained. How many of you felt a pain in your gut or weight on your neck or sweaty palms? By explaining how I felt, you almost instantly will feel something similar. When I tell a story this way, I am controlling the state of the person's listening. It's essential that I control their state, and I do this by telling the story in a very way that gets you to feel what I felt. So when I explain how my epiphany, you experience the same epiphany. If I want you to have the same epiphany I had, you need to be the same state that I was in when I had that epiphany. Excuse me. The light is a little dark in here. And I think I'll turn on some light. This is my vision. Sorry about that. Now I'm back. Have you ever had the experience where you told someone a story about a situation that was really funny or exciting, and after you told it to them, they didn't quite get it? They understood, but they didn't get it. What you were trying to share with them. So you try to tell the story again another way, and then again in another way. And after a few attempts, you throw up your hands in defeat and say something like this. Well, I guess you had to be there. That's what happens when you don't get people into the same state that you were in when you had the epiphany. Now that you understand the of an ebony bridge, how to simplify your stories, and how to get people to feel things when you tell stories. I want to transition into story structure. When you learn the 8 structures for telling your stories and you apply that concept you've learned here, you will become a master at storytelling and storytelling. I hope you all got some value and content out of today's reading of Expert Secrets. Something did not want me to read on today. Seemed like my words was getting blurry, but I'm going to continue to read on Expert Secrets, and we're going to continue on this journey together as we build our business online. And as I said in the beginning, this is for educational purposes, and we're going to continue to read Secret Pound number 7, The Hero's 2 Journey. The Hero's 2 Journey, and it's going to be talking about Dagan Smith, which was one of my mentor, Misha Wilson, mentors, Dagan Smith. And we're going to begin to read Pound Secret number 7, The Hero's 2's Journey. And I'll talk to y'all later, and have a great day.